And now it's time for your Daily Disney Podcast with your host, Joseph Ballesteros.
What is going on, Magic Cheers? Welcome to another Daily Disney. I am really excited you joined me today. If it's your first time here, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe. We do podcasts 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, and then one more on Sunday. And basically every day that we're doing the podcast, I ask a question, you guys respond to those questions, and I get to do a shout out, which is my favorite. So yesterday's episode, we talked about your favorite Disney Rain memory. And today, I think what I'm going to do today, and still trying to figure out how this show would be best. I think I'm going to leave the shout outs for the end of the show. So let's see how that goes. But today, I wanted to find out, how do you get over your Disney blues? Now, this is a kind of fun question because there's a lot of people who I know, especially here on Instagram, who live right next to the park. They live like 5-10 minutes away. So I don't know if they get Disney blues. I'd be really interested to know. So especially you guys who live so close, let me know if you get the Disney blues. But I know for people like myself who go to the park maybe once or twice a year, we get those Disney blues, and we get them pretty bad. It's pretty equivalent to like a really bad sugar crush in sugar, right? That's what it is. Not a sugar crush like I like you. A sugar crush like crash. That's the word I'm trying to say, is sugar crash. All right. So yeah, it's like just boom, it hits you hard, and you're thinking like, man, I want to go back. I need to live there some way, and I still feel that way pretty much 24/7. But I want to know what you do to get over it. So a couple tricks that I do. Number one is pretty much I never get rid of Disney. I have it surround me some way, somehow. Whether it's in music, when I'm in my car, whether it's movies. I'm a part of the Disney Movie Club, Disney Movie Rewards Club, I think is what it's called. So you're getting like a monthly Disney movie a month. That was like redundant, but you know what I'm saying. I, of course, try to do the Marvel loot crates when I can. It's a little pricey, though, so I'm sporadic on that one. And then, of course, I have books. I read books. I have the Quotable Walt Disney. I have a couple other ones. I listen to a couple books on Audible, like The Real Walt, and everything like that. So I don't ever let really pretty much Disney leave some way, somehow my life. You know, it's always still a part of it. And then, of course, I have this podcast, which is fantastic because I get to talk to people who love Disney as much as I do and get to interact with people who love Disney as much as I do. So that's a great way for me to kind of keep that magic alive. Another thing I do actually is follow people on Instagram mostly on Instagram. It used to be Snapchat. I do look at Snapchat once in a while, but mostly it's Instagram now, who live, like I said. So a couple of those, accounts that you can find are pretty awesome. We've had some great guests on here who have really good accounts like that, like Sabrina from Living by Disney, of course, Corinne from at Disney Stylers, and we had also Megan from Mickey's Premium as well on the show. So a couple of accounts there, and of course I have a lot more other people who I've had on the show who have really great accounts on Instagram when it comes to doing this stuff. So I personally that's what I do. I just surround myself with Disney as much. I try to get in Facebook groups, but honestly, I forget to check them. So I'm really heavy right now on Instagram and Twitter, and so Instagram really hits that visual and video for me when it's coming to that. So I want to know, that's the question for today. I want to know what you do to keep your Disney blues away. Or do you let the Disney blues sink in and, you say, you know what? I'm not going to get rid of this feeling, so it reminds me I need to get over to Disney ASAP. I want to know. So be sure to comment and let me know what you do to get rid of your Disney blues. So as far as yesterday's show, I want to give a shout out to these people who were able to respond. So we have right off the bat, Jolly, Hall, and Day. They responded, and this is what they had to say. So they said, as for your question, I started laughing when I was listening because it brought back memories of when my family went to Disney during a hurricane. We went to Disney every 5 to 7 years, so we weren't about to cancel our vacation. It poured the entire time. The parks were nice and empty, and we lived in our ponchos. It's a great family memory. The funny part is that the day we left, the hurricane left and followed us all the way home to the Florida Panhandle. Oh my gosh, that's not fun, but That's awesome. I love the show, Hannah. Thank you so much for that wonderful comment, Hannah. Sorry. That is so. It's funny because in 2014, when we went our first time as a family, there was also, we didn't know this, not until we kind of were just chilling in the resort room and watching TV. There was apparently a hurricane heading to us, but we left the day it arrived. So, but living in your ponchos, yeah, that's accurate. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And again, we have Disney_Diva_Pics, who said, this past August, we were at Walt Disney World during Hurricane Hermione. Thankfully, the hurricane hit at night, so we were fine by mid-morning, and we were still able to enjoy our last day at the pool. It did, though, cause torrential downpours during the days leading up to it. We were good sports and didn't let it bother us. We did, though, miss several of the fireworks shows, and I wasn't able to take any night shots for my Instagram. Oh, but hey, any rainy day at Walt Disney World is better than any sunny day at home. That is so true. And that sounds, when you think about it, you think like that doesn't sound very nice because it's like you're at home. But honestly, you're at home at Disney, and that's why that comment just rings true. Any rainy day at Disney World is better than any sunny day that's not at Disney World. And that is a bummer when you hear that the fireworks are going to be canceled. But one thing that I do enjoy about the rain, usually it brings in a cool mist, and so that's a plus. We have also Not So Evil _Disney Stepmom, who said the best part of Walt Disney World rain is a rush on ponchos. So a $15 to $20 piece of plastic. You purchase it, and by the time you get it out of the packaging and on correctly, after slipping your child's head through an armhole a few times, the rain has stopped. Now you have this wonderful plastic smell you carry around all day, and of course it doesn't rain again the entire trip, and it never fits in the suitcase at the end of the trip, so you have a collection at home. But it's all part of the magic that is Disney World. That is so true. It does not rain for long instances at Disney World. For some reason, it really just kind of hits and goes away. It's just like we're gonna downpour for a good maybe 5 to 7 minutes and then go away. But I love it. That is for sure a memory happening right there. Thank you guys so much for commenting. Be sure, of course, if I mention you on the show, I'm going to be tagging you on Instagram, so be sure to be checking that out. If you want to help the podcast, there's 2 awesome ways. You can be using my Amazon affiliate account, which is talkaboutthemagic.com/Amazon Magic. Or you can become a Patreon yourself and get into this podcast. Get a Disney pin a month and get some Disney treats a month. Head over to patreon.com/talkaboutthemagic. That's patreon.com/talkaboutthemagic. I really want to thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Have a great night, day, weekend, whenever you're listening to this. And as always, stay magical.